Good morning. It's Sunday morning. Happy Father's Day. It's about 2 minutes after 5. I just left camp. I was trying to be quiet because there's about 7 or 8 other people sleeping there. I'm hitting the trail. Hoping to do about 25 miles today, so I figure I have about 8 hours of hiking at least. So time is my friend. There's a lot of little critters. I keep seeing little eyes and stuff, but I'll check in a little later once the sun comes up and tell you more. Good morning. It's Sunday morning now. It's about 5:40. Obviously a lot different than earlier. The sun's come up. Trail is bright, easy to navigate, no headlight needed. Was another very humid night. Humidity's at like 100%. There's fog in the air. Everything's damp and wet. Had a little better sleep. The temperature did drop a little bit, so it's probably in the 50s, upper 50s. So it was a little bit chilly, but it felt a little better. Had a good time at the campsite. I ended up speaking with 2 or 3 of the people that were there, and got to bed relatively early, around 9 o'clock or so. There was a lot of fireworks going off last night, I guess in preparation of July 4th. There was also some people across the river that I think were having a campfire and a party. So around 10 o'clock they kind of dropped off and everything got quiet, and I just drifted off to sleep, in and out. Around 2 o'clock I woke up, had some trouble getting back to sleep, and around 4 pretty much I was up. So up and back, drifting in and out. So about 4:40 I just woke up for the day, started packing up, and in about 20 minutes I was out. So glad to see I'm getting more efficient. The prepping the night before is helping. I also put some stuff in my bag before I even leave. There's some boats on the water here. I guess people going out fishing. Other than that, not much else to report. Today's going to be a big day. I'm going to try and do 25 miles once again. After that, my mileage should drop off. I'm still a little concerned now that I'm up here. I got to find out about the tunnel, the O Towpath Tunnel, and I know there's a bypass, and I think I have to go up over the mountain for that. So that's going to be a little physical. My feet hurt as usual, as to be expected. I didn't notice any blisters this morning when I was walking, getting ready, putting my socks on. I didn't notice any fluid in the blisters, so hopefully they're turn the corner on that and they'll start getting better. Though I don't know what the day's walking will bring, but by my calculations, if I can keep this up, in 4 days I'll be done, and I'll be in Cumberland, Maryland. Here's the river. There's that bass boat that was making so much noise. So, and I'm coming up on a mile, so I'm gonna take a picture. Check in again later. Well, hello there. It's 7:30. I've been hiking for about 2.5 hours. I've gone just over 7 miles. I'm making my way north. Have not seen any bicyclists, any hikers, runners, or anything. I saw one gentleman just taking a walk, and we spoke briefly. He's a local, lives in the area. And then I saw a couple people fishing on boats, and 2 on the shore right by a parking lot. But other than that, have seen no people this morning. I'm sure the cyclists will get out and hit the trail shortly, probably within the next hour or 2. Making my way toward my first target, which is the campsite at mile marker 110. But I'm also heading toward Fort Frederick State Park, which is mile 112. And I think I may go there and go visit the fort. They may have some snack bar. Maybe I can get some food, assuming it's open. The gentleman I met said that it's very close to the trail. It's probably like a quarter mile off. So I may just make the trip for that. Other than that, I really don't want to waste extra miles. So I'll see how I feel when I get there, and if I can see it and how close it is. Check back in later. Good morning. Just past mile marker 110. It's about 8:20. I've been walking for 3 hours and 20 minutes. Past a little over 9 miles now. And being that it's Father's Day, I'm not with my family. I just wanted to say to my wife, thank you for who you are. And for my children, thank you. I love you and I miss you. I'm sorry I'm not there today, but we'll be together soon and we'll make it up. But I'm proud of all of you. So this way they'll see it. Okay, I'm going to keep hiking on. I got about 2 miles to the fort. And I'm going to see if I go in to visit the fort or not when I get there. See how I feel. There goes a bunny. Yep. In addition to that bunny, I've seen several other rabbits this morning. Mostly deer. I've seen probably easily eight or nine deer. When you start as early as I do, there's nothing out on the trail. So it's quiet. You actually spook a lot of them, or you surprise them. I just passed Fort Frederick State Park. I actually thought about going in there. It doesn't look like it's too far away. However, a train just started coming by, and it looks pretty long. You can hear it in the background. So I didn't feel like standing around waiting. Well, as usual, my timing is bad. I went a little further down the road. Train probably lasted about a minute, and it just finished passing. I decided I'm going to keep going to mile marker 124.5, which is Hancock, which is a town. May walk in. There's supposed to be a gas station / like deli 2 blocks off the trail that the gentleman I met yesterday, his name is Messy Garage. He's a former AT hiker. Told me about and says I have to experience it. I think he said it was Sheets. And I'm going to go there and maybe grab a sandwich, and then I'll walk up the road about a mile and a half to my campsite, and I'll eat my dinner there. So, or that might be lunch actually, depending on how fast I can finish. I'm thinking it's going to be more lunch than dinner. So that's the new plan right now. Check in later. It's about 10:20 now. I'm coming up on a campsite. I think it's called Licking Creek. I've been walking for 5 hours and 20 minutes nonstop, and I've gone just over 15 miles. I'm going to take my first break here. I do want to check my feet. I'm going to mix some water up with some drink mix and probably have a snack, and then I'm going to keep going. I don't know if I'll get water. There is a pump here, but I'm going to keep on going. Walking through Hancock. I just exited the trail, walked over a bridge, and here I am in downtown Hancock. I'm going to a place called Sheets that was recommended to me by the gentleman that was staying at the same campground last night. He says I have to come here and get a sandwich and try it. Sounds like a Wawa to me, but I guess you can get subs. So I decided to walk up the trail. I'm going to pick up a sandwich here. I don't know if I'll eat it here or I'll take it back to the trail. I got about 2 more miles to go to my campsite where I'm going to stop for the night. I've walked 23.5 miles already today. I've been hiking for 8 hours and 20 minutes. I've taken 1 break, and it's 20 minutes after 1. So it's been a long day. I started at 5. But you can see the place over there. It's like a gas station with, I guess they sell food. I'm definitely going to get some water and drinks here. I don't want to drink any more iodine water than I have to. So that's my plan. And definitely going to get rid of some garbage as well. I just left Sheets. I got a sub and some water and some Gatorade, and I drank a soda while I was there. I'm going to head to the campsite. I got 2.5 miles to go. So I figure within an hour I'll be there. And I'm tired. Okay, I'm back on the canal towpath after I stopped at Sheets, which to me is like a Wawa, I guess locally for me, or in other places. There's several different places like this. It's basically just a gas station, but they make food as well. So they're consolidating businesses. I just got a sub. I bought more water because I don't want to drink iodine water anymore. I got a bag of chips to have on my sub, and a soda, which I drank while I was there and threw it away. I emptied out all my garbage, so I'm a little lighter. Although I also picked up a Gatorade, so I now have 2 full bottles of water and a larger bottle of Gatorade, so I probably didn't lose any weight, really. Although I'll lighten up one of the bottles. Once I'm done with it, I'll dispose of it. I'll just carry it and get rid of it. I kept my other bottles because they have flip tops, which I like. Easy to pour stuff in and easy to take a drink while you're walking. You don't have to worry about dropping a cap. Got about another 2 miles or less to go now to the campsite where I'm going to stop for the day. It's been a long day. It's 10 minutes to 2, and I've walked over 24 miles. Well, I just got to the campsite that I was aiming for about 10 minutes ago. As you can see, I set up my tent. I took my shirt off and washed it because it smells real bad. I can smell it. I stopped at a place called Sheets, which is like a gas station. It's probably like some of the other regional ones. They sell food inside. The gentleman was a something garage. There's his name that I stayed with last night. His nickname, like Cluttered Garage or Overstuffed Garage. I forget right now. It'll come to me. Recommended I have to stop here. It's a cultural experience. I don't know about that. It's similar to a couple other places I've been at, like a Wawa or some other places. But I was able to get 2 liters of water. I grabbed a drink, a soda, which I drank while I was waiting for my sub. Most importantly, I got a sub. So I have my lunch / dinner tonight. A bag of chips. I'm living it up today. I just got here and I took a shower, washed my shirt, set up the tent, and I'm going to be done for the day. I'm at mile 126.4, so I walked about 26 plus miles, 9 hours and 15 minutes. And the 2 people that were with me last night just showed up. One of them who's riding a unicycle. So check in later. So it's 5 o'clock now. I just finished my dinner, second half of the sub. I drank the Gatorade. I had the bag of chips, so I got the salt going for me for electrolytes and stuff. It was a good day. I walked basically 26 miles. I walked from Jordan Junction, which is 101, to White Rock, which is 126.4, and I probably went off trail at least 3/4 of a mile walking up and back to get those subs. So on trail miles, it was 25.2. So total, I did about 126. So it was a good day. It's very, very hot here. It's about 95 degrees. In the morning, it was 100% humidity. There was fog everywhere. It's obviously lessened now. There's talk of some locals were telling me there was supposed to be thunderstorms or rain in the afternoon, which, you know, if it rains, let it rain now. The only good thing about that, I wouldn't like everything to get wet, but it would dry off a little bit. But everything is damp already. I don't know what the humidity is going to be like tonight. I know last night it was 100%. Everything was wet. The clothes were wetter than when I went to bed with. So they're obviously wicking moisture out of the air. The same people, I'll leave a video when I did before. I took my shirt off and washed it. And I wiped myself around. And then I did a video. And you can see I have some marks from my strap again. I don't know why it's really this strap. This one doesn't seem to be bothering me as much. It always seems to be the right side. And I washed the shirt out. It helped it a little bit, not much. It still smells. But the same people that were with me at the last campsite, which, you know, 26 miles ago, came here tonight to camp. And it's funny, it's a boy and his father. And the boy's riding a unicycle. So he rode a unicycle 26 miles today. It's pretty impressive. He's a teenager. So a lot of energy, but just interesting that I pulled up and like 10 minutes later they show up. Of course, it took them like 2 hours to get here, what took me 9. So that's how long I basically hiked, like 9 hours in like 20 or 30 minutes. Other than that, had a good day. It was just long and hot. My feet are hurting. Blisters are looking good. I have a blister on my left foot in between my big toe and its adjacent toe, which I think might have been caused by the tape, which was rubbing there. About mid-afternoon, when I said I should stop, I did stop. I fixed that tape and moved it, and it didn't seem to get any worse. There was some fluid in there. I popped it and drained it, so I'm hoping that'll heal overnight. I'll be a little more careful in my placement of the tape going forward. The left heel blister had some fluid in it, and I drained it again. I'm going to drain it probably before I go to sleep. The right foot has very little fluid in it. I'm going to leave it alone. So that's the medical report. Other than that, it's good. It's just really hot today. I drank a lot of water. I stopped and I got water at that gas station with the sub. I bought 2 liters of water. I'm trying to avoid drinking the iodine water. It seems to irritate my throat a little bit. It's not harmful or bad for you, but obviously it's a chemical. I prefer not to drink it if I don't have to. It's not something I would normally have in my water, and I don't want if I can avoid it. So I got 2 bottles of water that I'm going to use. I'll drink those up tomorrow, but obviously tomorrow I'll have to replenish my water at some point. It's supposed to be similar to today. There's talk of rain tomorrow. I think there's a 30 or 40% chance of rain or thunderstorms. I don't know if that's all day or part of the day. It's very hard sometimes. Weather reports constantly changing. Like I said, it was supposed to rain today. It hasn't. it may rain later. I don't know. I had very limited service here, and I ran into two bikers that live in the area. They do the trail all the time, and they were telling me that cell service is really poor going forward north from here, except for like one or two places when you reach like a town like Paw Paw, and of course Cumberland. So there's a good possibility that I won't be posting any videos. I have, I think, 2 videos right now ready to go, and I can't load them. I have intermittent service here. The cell service drops off to 0, to no reception. Even text messages aren't getting out. So that's one thing to realize if you're going to come do this trail. You're not going to have reception all the time. But generally, while you're riding along or walking along somewhere, you will have reception. So there are times that I get to an area and I turn my phone on and I just see, and usually I'll get 1 or 2 bars. I can get a text message or something, in, out, even make a phone call. So that's not a problem. And obviously I still use it for navigation. I put it in airplane mode while I travel throughout the day so that I save my battery. So that's all I've got. Other than that, it's been a good day. There's a little bit of a breeze blowing now that I'm really appreciating. My shirt is almost dry already. So I don't think it'll be a problem going to sleep. It's probably going to be another hot, humid night. I wish the temperature would really drop a little bit. It did get cold this morning, but the humidity was just really up there. So everything's wet. I'm planning on doing the same thing tomorrow, so we'll do it. As it stands right now, I'm looking very good for finishing in the next 3 days. One other note that my watch today, about 9 hours and like 15 or 20 minutes into my hike, started getting a low battery. So while Garmin may tell you this lasts long, a certain thing, and there's probably some things you could do to limit that, I'm getting about 9.5 hours. Well, 9 hours and 15 minutes before you get a low battery warning. I stopped at 9:30 because that's when I reached the campsite, luckily. So, matter of fact, it was exactly 9 hours and 28 minutes, and I charged it last night. So I'll charge it again tonight. I'll leave it plugged in until I basically unplug it to put it on in the morning. So it's going to be the maximum charge. I'm expecting not to have to walk as much tomorrow, though, so that's not really a problem for me. Close to 59,000 plus steps today. So those numbers are just, incredible to me. So, but, you realize you're going a long distance, so it takes time. Other than that, I'm still having fun. I enjoy it out here. It's pleasurable. The first 3 hours, I didn't see any person at all. Bicyclist, walker, nothing. And then, as expected, about 8:30, 9 o'clock, I saw a couple of bikers. And then after that, it picks up. But not as many people as I thought there would be traveling this section. I guess this is lesser used. It's more remote. But being a Sunday, I thought there would be a lot more people out. It is Father's Day, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I just really thought there would be a lot more people out. I did see some joggers and other people out, and there were people definitely exercising and using it. And you see some couples walking. I saw some families out. A lot of people in some of these areas here, they're fishing. They're using their boats, canoes, kayaks, and fishing. So there's use here. But definitely thought there was more people traveling it when I was further south than there are further north. It may have just been people finishing up the trail from early in the week. So I don't know if like tomorrow there'll be a bunch of people starting, because it's Monday morning and they're starting in Cumberland, and I'll start seeing them probably later tomorrow in the evening, and then definitely the next day. Depends on how much they ride. Some people do 20 miles a day, some people do 60. So it just depends on what kind of bike rider you are. So that's it. I'm done rambling on. I'm going to stop this now, and I'm going to probably edit this and hopefully stand by to load it when I can. I may not be loading anything until I get to Cumberland. If those people that were here, and they seem to know the trail, they knew a lot about it, and they were discussing it with me. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate. I've met a lot of nice people out here. There are people, like most hikers, even the bicyclists. When I was walking through one of the towns, a lady saw me on the trail and actually asked me if I needed water. She was sitting on the front porch. I could have got there by walking across the canal. There was like a path. You could have made it across. It was filled in, and I had just gotten water in Hancock. So, but I thought that was very nice. Some lady sitting on a porch asking if I needed water. So, and there's a lot of other nice people. Even I was talking to someone else about my blisters. Someone else said, "Oh, do you need anything? I have moleskin. I have, blister cream, or some first aid cream or something." I was like, "No, I'm fine. I have everything I need, but thank you."
So once again, it shows, you know, bikers, hikers, we're all doing the same thing. We appreciate what we're doing, and we're all out to help each other, you know. So it's nice. It gives you see the good in people, usually when you're out here. I mean, yeah, there's people that do some of the wrong thing. People drop stuff on the trail. People litter. Some people, you know, they make a fire and they're burning their garbage because they don't know any better. They think that's what you're supposed to do, you know. But they're not bad people, and they still mean well, and they're helping each other out. Well, that's it for day 6. Hard to believe. Till we meet again. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. Mile marker 117, on top of the marker, there was a little, like, rocket looked like. And I've seen along some of the markings, and if you look back in my videos, you'll see someone's been placing a rock on top of them. But this thing looked different. It's a disc that says C&O on it, and it had a rubber band. So, being inquisitive to me, I picked it up. And it's a sign that says, lucky you. You know, and basically you found a free C&O ceramic disc, one of 185, I'm assuming for the 185 miles of the trail that are going to be given away. So I actually picked it up. If anyone knows anything about this, who's making them, who's dispensing them, please leave a comment below or email me or let me know, because I'd like to thank them for this and help support them in some way. So I think that's a great gift, and I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised to find it. So I'm very happy that I did find this and have a keepsake. I don't know how many other people rode past it or walked past it today, but I guess I was the one that was inquisitive enough to pick it up and wonder why there was a rubber band on it. So thank you